Wednesday. Guess what we forgot to do? We forgot to create the events. We're just popping on. Hello.
But if you've been paying attention to social media and the newsletter, you would have seen that we were coming live today too. So thanks for being here.
Exactly.
And
what do we always say? Happy Wednesday!
Happy Wednesday!
Woohoo!
And Nancy, you're back.
I am back.
You weren't here 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
Yeah, you had a bad flu. A lot of people have been sick, so
I did get it. Nobody in my family got it, so I'm.
You took the brunt.
I did.
Took one for the team.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Glad you're back, anyways.
Yeah, me too, actually.
Yeah, fun a couple of weeks ago though, so that was good. So there's always something.
Just gonna say I recommend to the flu shot. I wouldn't go through what I did again if I could. If I could avoid it.
Gotcha. Nancy's just trying to bring us up here on the laptop just to make sure we have eyeballs and to watch your comments, answer questions, make sure that we are indeed live.
We are.
Oh, we're live. Hi. So we are here, Nancy and I. I'm Heather, by the way. As you already know, we are the dynamic duo. We've been doing this, I don't even know how long.
You know what? It's longer than I think. I would feel like it's new still, but it's probably a year or two.
I honestly don't know. I have to go back and maybe check the YouTube page. So if you miss out on watching us live, you could, of course, can always come back to the Facebook page and watch the replay. And then you can also watch our YouTube channel because we have a YouTube channel. And it just takes a bit of time for Julia or Brianna, I'm not sure actually who uploads the videos, to upload them onto YouTube. But then those demos, the Monday Night Lives, all the things are always there too to rewatch. So we encourage you. Oh, good, you're there.
I'm all set.
And for anybody here, we are really trying to encourage those of you that aren't currently a part of our inspiration group, join. Invite your friends, tell your friends about it. Our inspiration group is quite large, full of a ton of content, and we always have a monthly challenge in there, which is an easy peasy way to get a chance to win a gift certificate.
Inspiration board, and let the inspiration board inspire you. It could be color, it could be a feel, it could be something in the picture, something, whatever. However you can connect to that inspiration board is off you go, and you got a month to put projects up. Just put hashtag inspo board and then maybe win a $25 gift card.
Exactly, so that's fabulous. And there's lots of inspiration in there, of course.
And lots of our instructors post too. So, I mean, we got, people who think they're pros.
All of us.
And
I
the
like
rest
to think
of you
that. Everybody likes to think they are. I mean, some days are good and some days are not so good.
Yeah.
So, and then we'll post a lot of our finished projects in there too from the demo.
And don't be shy because there's lots of great different projects.
And I think there's still a few days left for first time posts.
I forgot about that one.
Hashtag first time post. So if you've just been maybe a lurker for the past however many years of the inspiration group, and you haven't posted anything before, post something. Post the part of the monthly challenge. Maybe a new card you made or a scrapbook layout or whatever.
Absolutely.
Post it, use the hashtag, and we have a second chance to win a gift card this month.
That's right.
For that reason.
That's right. Yeah, just for the new people that lurk.
Yep.
Well, not you can be around forever and lurk if you've never posted before. First
we want to see your stuff. Don't second guess your abilities. Just put it up.
Yes. And I think you'll find once you've posted, it's a very welcoming and positive group of people. I think you'll love it.
Love it. So what are we doing this week?
We are doing the finishing
everybody.
touch. Hello.
Hi, Elizabeth.
Yes.
Hi, everybody that we may have missed along the way there too. We kind of matched today. Look at this cream and black.
Got our
Cozy.
I feel like a cozy.
Okay,
today.
dynamic duo. What are you doing here? What are we doing here?
What are we doing?
We are talking about Bling, the finishing touch. So Nancy's little hashtag was Bling, string, and other things. The finishing touch. So whether it be on your card or your scrapbook page, your journal, whatever, just little ways that we would like to suggest that you elevate your project.
Absolutely.
Really? Yep. So today and tomorrow, online and in person, there is a dynamic duo demo deal. So that's actually a category you can choose from when you're on the online store. It's 25% off bling, string, and other things. Embellishments, pearls, gems, twine, ribbon, flowers, and more. It's all listed in the category.
Absolutely.
Makes the shopping really easy. We've been selling quite a few things already today, so
Yahoo!
yeah. Anyways,
Thank you, Sanders. Is glad I'm feeling better. Thank you.
Yeah,
I don't think I've been sick quite like that in a long time.
that was a doozy for you.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I had COVID, but I expected that to last as long as it did. This never was. I tested more than once. I wasn't COVID.
Yeah, last year we're just sick over that
Just
time frame.
blew.
I just in January, right? You know, everybody's on the
January's-
high of like
yeah.
the Christmas vibe and feels and go,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah, and it took a while to kick it. I kept thinking I had it, and then
run down and it gets you.
nope.
Glad you're back.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go around and turn the camera down.
Readings. Okay, we also want to say, I think that we have an idea for 2 weeks from now. So if you have any suggestions, drop them in the comments. Let us know if you see us in the store in person. Give us ideas. We've got a running list sometimes of ideas that we need to catch up on. And other times we're just kind of, we're like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? So we love the ideas. Please give us your suggestions. We are all for that.
Oh, you betcha. We want to know. You want to know.
Yeah. I feel like I was just going to say something, but
We want to know. You want to know. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
let me go around.
Nancy's going to go around. So we are having this thing with Facebook where it doesn't want to switcheroo like we want it to. So
Yeah.
I feel like
Okay.
we're constantly playing. Excuse us. Close your eyes. for
Yeah,
a
if this
moment,
bugs
you're
you.
dizzy. And we might have to tweak this, so bear with us.
It's probably
There's
too
such a
close.
delay, so.
Oops.
Bad bugs floating around, yeah, absolutely. Okay, so bear with us. We are just going to maneuver the camera. It's on the wrong way, Nancy, sorry.
What is it?
So funny. Okay, just wait. Sorry, there's a delay too, so we're not even sure what direction we're going here.
Word. Okay. That's not gonna work.
Okay,
Going this way.
going back. Sorry, everybody. Keep your eyes closed. I know it's real techy. Oh, we forgot to wear our microphones.
We did.
today.
We're not
It's
well
kind of been a day.
practiced.
It's kind of been
we're
a day.
We're out of practice.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what's going on here.
Yeah, we need to.
Okay, we're getting better there. Hi, Jennifer.
Better, Betty. Okay, you know what?
Almost there, ladies. You know what? We were. Okay.
It's just it was moving.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Don't breathe on it. We're good. Okay. All good. Thank you, everybody, for that. Okay. Bling, string, and other things. So that finishing touch, the finishing touch on your projects. Doesn't have to be just cards. It can be whatever.
In fact, I'm featuring a scrapbook,
A scrapbook page, I know. So we are really going to try to do that more going forward too. Is a
More,
technique
yeah.
based on like cards and scrapbook pages, or mixed media and something else,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because it's all paper crafting at the end of the day, and
It
it's
really
totally
is.
transferable.
And
from
absolutely.
one to the other.
Once you have a stash of paper crafting stuff, you could do all three.
Mm-hmm.
Off you go. Have fun.
Oh, speaking of that, spill my water. Okay, so my idea was how to elevate your card. And I had recently picked up the cutest new collection from Simply Stated, which comes as no surprise. But this is Simply Stated Love Shack. It is a bit of delay. We're just trying to make sure we are turned around the right way here. There is a solids paper pack. There's also a pattern paper pack in the 12 by 12. Okay, we're good. Okay, so again, that's the Love Shack. I picked that up along with some of the ephemera packs. This is the houses. This is actually the butterflies from the Vintage Chic collection. And then these little Valentine words, just kind of love words and little blurbs. Ephemera Love Shack. Really cute, actually. There's a lot in here. Okay, so this came in, got me thinking, of course, Valentine's and just galentines, all the things.
Yeah.
So I made a couple examples for you. Okay, so this is a simple card. I cut out, trimmed down 2 pieces of paper, coordinating from the paper pack. That's all. Okay, I put on a ephemera piece of the house, a butterfly, and a sentiment. It's very cute, but how do you take it from this up a notch? It's, what was my joke last night? From not to hot. Right? Okay, so this is a very simplified version of a quick, cute card.
Which card wore it better?
Yeah, which card wore it better? Well, in my opinion, this one.
Yeah.
Exact same products. It's just been elevated.
Yeah.
And it took no time at all.
Yeah.
Right? It's just a matter of kind of the habits you get into as well.
100%.
Right?
You end up with a little arsenal of these finishing touch tricks.
You do.
And then you find you don't stop using them, and then you just, yeah.
Exactly. There's quite a shadow on this. In person, this card is so cute, I must say. It's just got some dimension in there too. So one of the easiest ways to get that elevated look that you desire with very little extra supplies.
All right.
The biggest thing in here was, rather than just cut down my paper with my trimmer, which I do sometimes, I always suggest use your layering dies. Okay, so when you use layering dies, for example, like the prism layering dies, stacked dies, whatever you want to call them, you tend to get a nice border on them. So it's hard to see on the camera, but this has a real simple stitch on it. You get a nice precise cut too. So a lot of people will say, well, my trimmer, I can't get it straight, blah, blah, blah. I never get a straight cut. But then your layering dies are fabulous. Okay, so that's a perfect one for like your A2 cards. Of course, there's always different shapes. So that's an easy way to get some pieces for layering, okay? Foam adhesive, always a must. It's like two of the things Nancy and I talked about right away.
Yep.
Foam adhesive, have it in your arsenal of supplies. It weighs nothing when you add it to a card. It gives it that little extra lift underneath some of the pieces, actually just on this one here. And it helps create like these drop shadows almost, so it's creating that dimension.
Shadow really is mind-blowing how
Yeah.
it can, just even that little bit of change.
We still have some people here, 26. Okay, so can you see on the camera there though, right from very simple to stepped up very easily. So foam adhesive, your layering dies. I've also included on this one the gold metallic string. So we carry different metallic strings. You probably have some in your stash too. We've got beautiful options like for twine, different strings, metallic or not. Easy, easy. And I just put glue behind my ephemera or on my cardstock, my pattern paper, and I kind of crinkle the ribbon down.
Yep.
I think Nancy's going to show us an idea for hers. It's just easy. Okay?
Yep.
Or some double-sided tape and push it in there and move it around.
Yep.
Hi, everybody. Of course, a little bit of bling, and these are flat back little glitter drops, so couldn't be any easier to attach. Create like no weight. Yeah, like they're
All sorts of colors.
all
Like,
sorts of colors. These
If you
ones are-
want to get, you don't even have to get like, there's ones that are like silver or gold. Like you can just get a little pack of just sort of a neutral color and use
Yep.
them on all the cards.
For
really.
sure.
Yeah.
The flat back pearls, like have them. Great options to have. Great way to add a little shine, right? On this one, I've also added some of my Nouveau Crystal Glaze. So once my card's all adhered and I know I'm just going to set it aside to dry, that's some crystal glaze on that part. So it just goes on like liquid glue. It's also the same as glossy accents. For some shine, I just use my Wink of Stella pen. Just put it some areas there. And this little bit of lift on this ephemera piece.
I was gonna say,
You
and you
see
weren't
that?
afraid to bend your ephemera a little
No,
bit.
and you know, the easiest thing you can do, and this are my Spellbinders craft stacks. Oh, I love these things. These are the small ones. I have lots of, they're both sizes. There's two sizes, right?
Right. There's the big
Uh-huh.
ones, and then like this is like half, and then there's a double this one.
Yeah, so here's the butterflies. Oh my goodness, like, aren't they just beautiful? So the easiest way to create a little bit of dimension on something like this is I just take something skinny, so that's the end of my paintbrush, and holding my ephemera, I'm just gonna roll it underneath. Okay, gonna go to the other side. And then when I go to attach it, you can manipulate it, bend it a little bit. I just put a little piece of glue on the back side of that, and it's got some lift on it. And even when you mail it, when they open it, it's still going to retain some of that too, right?
It does. It does.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like you think you're gonna get squished, but it doesn't always squish. It definitely doesn't squish all the way.
No. And then these little guys, so I didn't have ephemera with little hearts, so I went through my pattern paper pack. So always look at your pattern papers too for more options there in terms of maybe it's not in the ephemera, but there's hearts. Cassandra? Yeah. So there's hearts on this pattern paper, so I cut them out. Cut them out. Yes, you have to love to fussy cut a little bit and attach them.
But I mean, that can really extend a pack, like without having a lot more ephemera or a lot more other stuff.
Totally. And
Right?
so many of the papers have images on there that are just easy to cut.
Yeah.
So I would cut it, ink the edges, use some foam adhesive, done.
You betcha.
I'm from Saskatoon. Okay. So, from not to hot. Anyways.
I'm going from flat to all that.
Oh, I love that.
Whoa!
So I'll just talk about this card too. So another quick one I just created with the same principles. Pattern paper. I wrapped string, just the metallic string around it. Some bling. I've got some foam adhesive. This is my crystal glaze again for that bit of shine. And then what I also did on here and didn't mention yet is one of the easiest ways to give your projects some extra zhuzh and appeal is to simply ink the edges.
Yep.
So I've inked the edges in a hickory smoke on these ones because I knew I was going to use a gray card. And it just creates more visual appeal when you do these little tips and tricks. Okay? Easy. But these ephemera, oh my word. This collection is just really, really cute. So there you go. Okay, so I know Nancy's going to demo something and yeah, I'm going to maybe just show you how to ink the edges of something really quick in case that is new to you. And take it away, Nancy.
Okay. So I played around last night with this. This is the, so I tried to do something a little more unexpected. So this is the Simple Stories Hockey Simple set that just came in. We have some left. But I got thinking about how, how would I elevate a simple page that's even masculine, right?
Yes.
So I did, and I will, and I'm going to. Aha. So this is my son Ryan in his hockey. So I just started with my background, and one thing I did was a lot of layering of paper. So what often happens when we, so this is hockey.
Can you hear us okay too?
We're good.
Okay.
Okay, so this is obviously hockey, but it doesn't scream, their colors are red, gold, and gray, and black. It has the red in it, but it doesn't say, if you think of the Las Vegas Golden Knights, it doesn't say Las Vegas Golden Knights, right? So that is the Knights Hockey Club in Calgary, and that's their colors. So I wanted to make sure to kind of adapt what I was doing to fit the colors of the team. And that's not going to be available to me all the time. The Golden Knights don't exactly have a ton of paper up there.
Yeah.
So I had to kind of think about how I could make this work. So I grabbed the ice paper. I mean, there was this beautiful ice paper. But then I thought about the stripes in his socks. So I pulled from there to start creating layers of paper, right? So now I've already got
Visual interest.
because I've already brought in something, right? The other thing is to not be afraid to layer up your cardstock. So so I'm just going to show you. So, okay, I could do a red mat. It would look okay, right? Nothing wrong with it. I could do a red and the gold. Still looks good. But this is where I'm saying don't be afraid to use your paper, because I was stunned even just comparing. So this is a very tightly cut black mat. You can barely see it.
Boom.
But look at the difference that
Yeah.
made. right?
Right, and that's elevated it. You didn't just slap a photo
No.
on a plain layout.
No.
You elevated it,
No.
kicked it up a notch, but just layers of paper.
Right.
Right? Layers.
Just layers.
And the concept applies to your cards and stuff as well.
Okay.
Layers of paper. It's just layers of paper. It creates that visual interest, so it applies to all the paper crafts.
Oh.
All of it.
So then I'm like, okay, what else could I do to this page to make it exciting? Well, I'm just going to push this aside and I'm going to think about these stripes for a second. So there's a couple of things I could do. So hockey, well, I can't think of words are hard. I'm just going to start with some edge inking. Okay, so I've got blending foam and dome foam and tulle. So I'm just going to go ahead and just ink up, but I'm not going to ink this entire thing. I'm just going to go along the edge like this. Now I can do every single bit of cardstock on this page, and I might. It wouldn't be the first time.
And it doesn't take long.
It doesn't
See,
take
I don't
long.
have to demo how to ink because that's exactly what I brought was ink and my dome foam as well.
Yeah.
Right? Or my brown ink and my dome foam. It's
Yeah.
my favorite way to ink the edges.
So just so you know, you can always switch up the color to coordinate. So I could have gone with a dark gray. I could have gone, like if I want to do this one, I could do a red. Quite often, if I'm heading out for a crop, I don't want to bring my entire ink set. I will bring a brown and a black.
Yep.
And then I'm good. Right?
Yep.
Because you don't
Don't
get too caught up. You don't have to get too caught up in the
No.
whole.
That idea.
Yeah. I mean, it's fun. And if you want to do that, please don't. Please do.
Like on this one, I use brown ink. There's a little bit of brown in the house, but it's been my go-to.
Brown's
ink
been my
color.
go-to,
Yeah.
yeah.
It just.
So the other thing I could do is center everything. I could go center, 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 right? I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. Did you have it?
Yeah, I think
You
so.
brought it? So I was gonna talk about that, but didn't bring one. Okay, so I could do center, 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 and that looks cool. But I could also do, like if you look on the picture, there's more gold than red and more gray than gold. Like they kind of have this, so I'm kind of allowing the picture to inspire me a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna put, I'm not gonna center it, I'm gonna put the gold along the top, and then I'm gonna actually move this stripe to there. So now it's got that, again, that kind of that hockey sock feel. And it's a little different. It's a little bit more interesting for the eyeballs. Okay? So without, continuing on, I mean, I could finish this page and we'd be here for a while. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave some to finish off camera and then I'll post it in the group. But I wanted to show too that how I layer this can change it. Okay, so I really, 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 really want the black to be, the photo to be right tight to the black. So I'm just going to use flat double-sided adhesive on that layer.
Yes, and for anybody who's not aware, we highly recommend your double-sided tape for photos to paper.
Yes.
Or your good, strong, whatever, if you're using a tape runner.
Yeah.
We don't recommend glue from photo to paper, just because you don't want to take that risk that it will bubble or buckle.
That's right. And I have had it where you don't think it did anything, and then you go back later, and it's bizarre how you can see through the photo almost like a bead of glue, and it's like, oh, I didn't get away with that.
Yeah, that's not the dimension I was going
Yeah,
for.
that wasn't where I wasn't thinking that was a good idea. So I'm just gonna make sure. So I knew this is a 5x7 photo. I basically cut it 5 and 7/8. So I've got basically a 16th border around
Yeah.
there. Okay. I can also, just to even zhuzh it up a little bit more, even go ahead and ink that black.
Yeah, you can easily ink your photos too.
Yeah.
Or sand the edges too.
Sand the edges, yes. Okay, so now what I want to think about here is where do I want to put the dimension? So what I think I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put the gold and the red together flat So I could put the dimension in any one of these layers. That's the point. It's like I put it under the photo, I could put it under the black, I could put it under the gold, I could put it under the red. It doesn't matter. But the key is just to add, again, a little bit of fun and dimension. It can be really interesting to not, you can do all three, actually. You can put dimension on all of them. But what I'll do is I'll pick a layer instead of all of the layers. And I don't always pick the layer that you would expect. Okay? So there's my gold on my red. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually pop his photo in the center of this mat, like that, with my foam tape. The other thing that I am going to do is, because with my embellishments I may want to layer in a bit, I'm going to actually keep my foam to the center.
From the edge.
Yes. So now I can have tuck room. I can tuck things in and around there. I don't know that I'm going to do that, but now I still have the opportunity no matter what happens.
Exactly. Versus trying to tuck and create a cluster around it, running into that adhesive wall.
Adhesive wall, exactly. So there. So now I've got choices. I can either pop this whole thing, which is exactly what I think I'm going to do. So now I've got it kind of popped twice.
And it creates that shadow we were talking about too, right? When you use a bit of foam adhesive.
Okay, then I've got this tag thing that I sort of created last night. And what I wanted to show was, now I've got options. I can tuck this there. I can tuck it there. I can put it here. I can put it up there. Like, I've got all sorts. I can even kind of layer it in.
Oh yeah, and stack your colors too.
Yeah. So I don't know 100%, or if even then I may not put it behind the photo. Maybe I put it in between. So I'm not 100% sure where I'm going with that. I'll post my final.
The final decision.
The final decision. Yeah. Okay. The other thing that I want to show, and this is going to take a little bit longer to actually put it together. I'm going to show you this, what I'm planning to do, and then I'll post the photo again. But I got thinking about hockey skates. Okay. So what I decided to do, I'm just going to take this to the side. What I'm going to do is, once I have these stripes all secured down, I'm actually going to leave the stripes like this.
I like that, mimicking the hockey sockets.
Yeah.
Pretty smart.
What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take some eyelets and I'm going to place them like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to lace them with the string.
And there's your bling, your string, your other things is the dimension.
Yep. Yeah.
Smart. Oh, you have to post that.
I will
photo,
post
Nancy.
this for sure. Yeah.
Yes.
I just know that this could take me half an hour to get this done, and I don't know they want to sit here and watch me set eyelets. That's not
You get
really
the
exciting.
idea of what she's trying to create and how to elevate this layout from
Yeah.
just a photo on a cool piece of paper to, hey, that's cool. Like, I love, the idea and the emotion she's putting into it by, she's mimicked the photo in terms of color, the skates in terms of the string and the eyelets.
The other thing I wanted to talk quickly about is sometimes this is my journaling block, I guess you could call it. It's not particularly exciting at this point.
One thing you could do
you tell me.
is I would sand the edges of this paper. You do that a lot on your stuff.
I do.
So we have these great little sanding blocks. Couture Creations creates them. $3.95.
Oh yeah, and what I love about it, they got this really good rough edge.
Yeah.
Then they got the finer edge. This is like the perfect. Once you have one, you're good to go for a long time.
So all Nancy's doing is running the sanding block around it, and she's exposing that white core of it.
Yeah.
So that also adds dimension right there.
So we are slightly insane. We add black and then we take away black. But whatever.
But it's time and place.
Yeah.
Right?
And I'm even kind of letting it go off into the.
And that adds more of a distressed look.
Yes. Which if you're not interested in that, just keep it straighter. You just don't let it, right? You just control it a little bit more.
What I'll do sometimes with mine is if I don't want that distressed look, I will just drag it straight
One way
down.
Yeah.
Okay. and then it exposes that white.
Okay.
So what Nancy's doing on this piece for her scrapbook page, on this layer, I inked it with my foam dauber, and then on this layer, I sanded it. So I exposed that white of the cardstock. Okay. There is such a delay on this, it's hard to make sure you can see it. So inked that piece of paper, lightly inked around the edges, created, you know, a subtle difference there, and then sanded it to expose the white. So that's what Nancy's done, is just sanded it to expose the white of the cardstock.
Okay. So then I see Heather's got this edge distressing tool. I could do that as well. So let's say the next layer, these are just little razor blades inside there.
This is a must too.
I
love this thing.
This is like, if I'm packing up to go somewhere, this is in the standard pack of products that I have. Yeah. So I'll just go ahead and run it like this. What I like about this is it's much safer than the way we used to do it.
With scissors?
We used to do it like this, and I swear to God, I've like...
Run your scissors around it. Some people are skilled at that, but we just recommend the tool.
The tool is the way to go. It's not like it's expensive or anything, and it's got this cute little thing, you can hook it on your bag and you're good to go. So just that little bit, but then the thing is even if...
And how easy, right?
Yeah, so that's good enough. Like, I mean, really, that's lots right there.
So this concept Nancy used on this layout, I think Julia showed it a few days ago, which I'm taking home to take the pictures this evening. All these layers here, this was a piece of paper that was all in one. I cut it down to create this chevron look, and each side I used the little paper distressor.
Yeah.
And it just exposed the white, made it a little more rustic feeling. You know, it's a bowlway, it's a fishing layout. So that's the tool I use there as well. So easy. And it's just more creative than just flat strips of paper sometimes.
Yeah.
Right?
So then I can even go ahead and just add a little bit of
the ink on top
of that distressed edge. I might have actually chosen, I like the black. The black's good, but a gray would have been nice. But then the one thing I wanted to show you is, okay, so let's say I've got this, and I'm still thinking this isn't overly exciting. This is a male masculine layout, but I am going to work some of these bling based on, they're the Golden Knights, right? These are Knights hockey. They are wearing bright colors. They're going for the cup, the win. Like, I mean, they're going for silver and gold. They want it, right? So why not bring in some bling? So something that I could do is just just jazz up something like this little card, is just take some of my flat back Jennies. So this is the high supply one. I picked it purposely because it's flat black and red. Thought it would be team colors. And then I'm definitely gonna grab, I think if you're gonna work with these, you need one of these babies.
Oh, I brought mine too, I love it.
Okay, and just a little bit of glue, and what I'll do is to grab some glue. Alright, this is handy, we've got some glue in these, so it's handy when you're doing these. So I can just put, like, or not.
Is it coming out? No.
Of course not. Okay. Let's see. Usually you can pick it out.
Doesn't want to cooperate. This is the thick end on it. This careful.
Okay. Awesome.
Just if anybody's been looking online for this awesome precision tool, the glue press, it is out of stock right now. We just sold the last one last Saturday. We will not receive them back in until spring because they won't ship it in the winter because the glue can freeze. So that's an FYI. But come spring, if you don't own a glue press, treat yourself. Treat yourself.
Anyway.
Yep, some bling. So she's added some bling. So don't think bling just has to be.
Bling doesn't have to be glitter.
You know,
it doesn't have to be
feminine idea. It can go on anything.
Yep. So go ahead and cover up these blue spots that I created.
There are no rules in crafting, and if it makes you happy, do it.
It's not like I make these things and my kids, and I go home and show my kids, and they're like, ew.
No,
they're like,
that's cool.
Or thanks for scrapbooking me, or
yeah.
They don't seem to get all upset that I put
whatever
themes on it.
Yeah. This is another thing too. Sorry about Nancy's getting all fancy here. When I talk about the Nouveau, I don't know if you can see me, and I'm sorry, Nancy.
You're
I have
fine.
to
Yeah, go ahead.
share a little more space. The Link of Stella pen, so it just has that little bit of shimmer and a controlled pen, right? If you want it in a broader area, sometimes I'll take some of my ephemera pieces and spray them with the sparkle spray. The Lawn Fawn Liquid Stardust is the same concept. Put it in a mini mister with some water. So it just adds that little bit of sparkle and shine. So that's a great way too to elevate your projects. And of course we talked about the glossy accents and the crystal glaze. I love adding these to my projects for just a hint of dimension. Just gives it almost like an epoxy little finish to it. Super easy, it just needs time to dry.
So I think just even that little bit of addition, maybe even I don't fully put that on like that. I just kind of like skew this a little bit so it's not perfectly on there. Now I've got a much more visually interesting journaling block than just slapping down that square, right?
And you've layered colors, and it's about the layers.
It's always about the layers.
That's the visual interest right there, is in the layers.
Yeah.
So while you're talking about your layout and our concept, bling, string, and other things, bling, string, right? You know, there's dimension in there. I've got crystal glaze on there. Ink the edges of everything.
Yeah.
It's easy, and you start doing it more because you enjoy looking at the way it is in the end when you've added some oomph, right? Distress the edges.
So can I just talk about this layout for a second, Heather? I just wanted to show something. So you took the existing paper that was already chevron and cut it out.
Yes.
So what I want to point out about that for us as designers of our pages is that the papers often try to replicate these looks and it's still flat.
Yes.
If you take the inspiration and run with it like Heather did and cut it apart and edge that, that's when you're going to get the jazz.
Exactly. And it was so easy.
Easy. It's right there.
Easy,
Just
right?
they said it. Do this.
Yeah. Oh, perfect.
All right.
So bling, string, and other things. So I can't see all your.
I have
all the sparkles on, yeah.
Danelle says she needs the glue press. She didn't think she needed the glue press,
But she
and,
does.
and now she did, got it, and then she's exactly like me. I thought that's a silly product, then I got it, and I haven't done without it. So yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
And Mari loves the sparkle spray, and of course,
Yes.
like
We have, I think, 3 shades in stock right now. So I think we have Sparkle, Frost, and Gold. I own them all. They are fabulous.
Yep.
Love them. Yeah. So bling, string, and other things. So just easy ways for you to elevate your circle pages or your cards. And, you know, just some necessary tools that we do like to recommend, of course, is the sander, glossy accents, crystal glaze, distress tool. And even if you haven't been inking or you don't think you're a stamper or ink, you know, get a black ink, a brown ink, and a couple foams. Those will be your go-tos for
Don't need
so
more than
many of
that.
your projects.
Yep.
Yeah.
So thanks everybody. Do not forget to give us ideas. We're looking for them.
Thanks so much for being here, everybody. Now we've got some comments rolling in, so who knows?
Okay, we'll watch for your comments,
Yes.
and if there's anything that we need to respond to or you spur ideas for us, we will comment.
And we will get these projects loaded into the inspiration group, right, Nancy?
yeah, I'm the worst.
Nancy
I will.
has to commit to getting these laces on this layout. We want to see this.
I'm gonna do it.
I will hold her to it. How about
Okay.
that? Anyways, we will post these photos. Join the inspiration group. Thank you for being here, and we will be back in 2 weeks with another demo. But in the meantime, Julia is going to show up on Monday for Monday Night Live.
Woohoo!
Watch for that. She's going to be using a new exciting product.
We can't tell you
Thanks,
yet.
everybody.